So as of late, I've really gone on a tangent posting videos about psychics and pendulums and things like that. And this video came up on my feed where a psychic predicted Donald Trump's 2024.
The English psychic who is on set to give us a reading right now. I would like, Paula, for you to give me a reading on President Trump. What is that?
I mean, I do recognize that I'm at Fox TV. I am a sense of loss, but it's very specific. No, let me move on. It's a sense of loss. It's as if he may be thinking more about what he's lost.
Now, of course, you could argue about the retardation of Fox News having a psychic on their network, especially touting what it is that's going to happen to our former president in this upcoming year. But that's not the part that got me a little bit peeved. The part that got me peeved were all the comments. You see, if we look through the comments, it was an overwhelming amount of positive feedback. People that believe in the power of tarot cards. Now, I remind you that people that believe in these things vote. Left, right, it doesn't matter. This country is ran by bored housewives. And bored housewives believe in pendulums and tarot cards. So this got me thinking even further. How could we, the professional virgins, take advantage of this? But the subject of today is not the pendulum or Jewish tunnels underneath New York. It's actually this right here, the tarot deck. Now, these decks could be found very inexpensively online. As a matter of fact, I'll leave a link down below, an affiliate link for Amazon. If you click on it, I get a little bit of cheese and you don't get any extra cost, but you get yourself a tarot deck. And these are very interesting things to have around. As a matter of fact, on the actual pendulum that I have here, I have a plastic case with a mini deck of tarot cards that I got from Five Below. Now, of course, in this video, I really don't want to go on a tangent and mention things like the PigCake Magic Academy, the home of over 1,500 videos that you get access to the moment you sign up that are designed to get you from a beginner magician all the way to expert level. At the end of the day, this is a magic channel. And if you really want to take the time to learn magic and learn how to fool your friends and become the life of the party, I suggest the PigCake Magic Academy for the low price of a White Claw a month. You get access to all those videos and some excellent tutelage. One of the lessons that I teach on there, I call the tarot theory. And I'll tell you exactly what it is. It's a very simple concept that any card trick done with tarot cards immediately adds credibility. And I mean that. You could do any trick, any crummy trick that you know, any pick a card, find a card trick, but you do it with tarot cards and it's gonna add another level. People believe in these cards. They have respect for these cards. And it's not just crystal girls that I would love to sleep with. Align my chakra, align my chakra. And the best part about tarot cards is that you could hide the process of the trick in the actual cards themselves. What I mean by that is when a lot of people see tarot readings, there's a process, there's a procedure. They might deal the cards into 3 piles. They might have the participant cut the deck. And in some magic tricks, you know, it said there's a little bit of procedure that might look a little bit weird. But if you're doing it with tarot cards, well, guess what? It just becomes part of your process. Let me show you what I mean with my very professional stool. And it's very easy. What we do is that we're gonna have the participant deal the cards into a single pile. As a matter of fact, they could shuffle the cards as they want before they even deal the cards. They could then stop dealing whenever it is that they want. So let's say they happen to stop dealing over here. Now, before anything, you've informed the participant that you've had a premonition of their future. You see a magician. You see lovers. You see death. I don't know what those mean yet, but there's a little bit of a premonition that might mean something to you in a little bit. You're then going to have the participant that they shuffle this deck. You're going to have them deal the cards into 3 piles. And they deal the cards in 3 piles as if they were dealing, in this case, a poker game. Some of the cards might get stuck, but you're going to have them deal the cards as best they can into 3 piles. In this case, they've dealt the cards in 3 piles. You remind them as to your premonition, and you remind them as to the process that they've just done. They've dealt the cards wherever they wanted. They stopped wherever they wanted. As a matter of fact, had it been 1 card less, we would have come to something like, in this case, what is this? The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of cups. That could have been a card. Or maybe in this case, it could have been the Wheel of Fortune. Or it could have been something like this one, I don't even know, 5 of Sticks. But they stopped dealing on these cards. And of course, if you haven't guessed it, we have the Lovers, we have the Magician, and lordy, we got Death. Now, that's a stupid card trick. That's a very stupid card trick. A lot of procedure. They're dealing the cards. They have to deal the cards in 3 piles. And the trick is very, very easy to do. All you do is that you take your little setup, the cards that you're going to predict, and those are going to be on top of the deck. So in this case, it doesn't matter what the rest of the deck is like, as long as these 3 cards are on top of the deck. You could even shuffle the remaining cards as long as you don't touch those 3 cards on top of the deck. You're then going to have the participant deal the cards down into a pile on the table. Now, when they're dealing the cards, all you're watching for is for them to deal the first 3 cards. Once they deal the first 3 cards, they could really shuffle the deck because all the work is pretty much done. There's a principle by a magician named Ray Goulet who came up with this little wonderful concept that has the participant think that they've mixed up the deck. Really, all the effort is already done. You're then gonna have the participant deal the cards and stop whenever it is they want. Of course, it doesn't matter because the 3 cards that matter have already been dealt. When the participants try to remember what happened, they're gonna think that they shuffled the deck the entire time. And now, because those cards are in the bottom, you're gonna have the participant deal the cards in 3 piles. You're gonna have them deal like a poker hand, which ensures that they're gonna deal the cards back and forth like this. And they could deal the cards again in this way. You could remind them that they could have stopped wherever it is they wanted. And it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, because of the procedure, you're gonna have death, you're gonna have lovers, and you're gonna have the magician. All the original cards on top of the piles. A stupid card trick, but done with tarot cards, and it becomes something that the participant is gonna remember you for. They're gonna give you all the credit in the world for something that you have no idea what you're talking about. The amount of hot girls that are into tarot cards and pendulums and crystals is unbelievable. So what's to say that you don't show them a trick like this, and then you say, hey, how about I give you a private reading later if you catch my drift? You thought that I was gonna cut to me humping this couch. You should be ashamed of yourself. So some advice at the end of the video. I've mentioned it before that I'm a fan right now of carrying a pocket knife. I think it's very useful. This one in particular has a bottle opener. It's one of my favorite knives. I've seen a lot of expensive knives online and ones that are even more reasonably priced, but this one, for some reason, has really fits all the things that I've looked for in a knife. It's quick, it's fast, it's sharp, it has a bottle opener, it has a little thing that I could pry with, but in using this, obviously, you're gonna have to sharpen it. So I got myself one of these puppies. Now I'm asking you, the PigCake community, for advice because I'm a virgin when it comes to this. I just got one of these little diamond sharpeners from Home Depot. This is a Husky. It was about 10 bucks. And I've seen a lot in terms of sharpening your knives and different ideas like whetstones and things like that. I used this and it was good. It got me good results. I was able to cut through a sheet of paper without an issue. And filing it very specifically. There are angles that you have to watch out for. But if you're knowledgeable about this, let me know. Hit me up in the comments section below, and we could go back and forth because I'm a novice to this and I'm always looking to learn. So,
I see you again, when 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 I see you again. When I see you again, when I see you again, when I see